Hi, thanks for welcoming me. Yes, this is my first tech talk ever, so thanks for having me. I'm very excited to be here. And I'll be talking about how I built a plugin for everyday users to protect themselves from phishing attacks. So this talk is going to be about three big hacks. The first one was the 2014 Sony hack, when North Korean hackers hacked into Sony. Anyone remember that hack? Okay, cool. Some people remember. 2016, the John Podesta hack, when a Russian hacking group called Fancy Bear hacked into Hillary Clinton's campaign manager's Gmail account and released all of his emails on WikiLeaks. Everyone remember that hack? Okay, cool. 2020, Jeff Bezos, the hack where the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia hacked into his phone and got access to his personal photos, and then they were leaked to the National Enquirer, who then tried to blackmail him. Do people remember that hack? Okay, a few, not as many. We're going to go through them today if you don't remember. You may be wondering, what do all these news stories have in common? They all began with phishing attacks. So this talk is about phishing. And you may be wondering why I'm talking about a bunch of hacks from like 10 years ago. I love celebrity news, and I wanted to talk about hacks that had celebrities in them. So, and also when a hack happened a long time ago, it's more likely that it went to court and that there are court documents in the public domain. So it's much easier to get access to the phishing emails for a presentation like this. So time has many benefits. My name is Lydia. I'm a DevOps consultant. I've worked at a bunch of tech companies, been a software engineer for 10 years or more. I love phishing, cybersecurity, DevOps. If you want to talk about securing your database or about celebrity news, please come talk to me. I'd love to meet people. First time in South Carolina, so. All right. Now, you probably all know phishing is a very prevalent crime. Did you know that in the FBI's Internet Crime Report, phishing is 5 times more common than the next most common internet crime? So this is the stats on the top 5 internet crimes from the FBI, and phishing at the bottom is much more prevalent than the others. So while you may think, okay, it's not in the news as much nowadays, it's still happening all the time, and it's really important to be aware of. You guys are a technical audience, so I don't want to I know that you guys know phishing is important, but just to reiterate. Another clarification I want to make is that hacking and phishing, I'm going to be using those terms a lot in this talk. Hacking is breaching a computer system's defenses, and phishing is one of the ways that you can do that. Just want to make that clarification before I go into everything. And this is a screenshot of my plugin on the Google Workspace store. It even made the top rated page at one point. You can install it. It's free and open source. And I'll be talking about coding that plugin as I talk through this talk. All right, so the framework I'm going to be using for today is the spectrum of sophistication, about like the different types of phishing attacks from least sophisticated to most sophisticated. The least sophisticated we'll get to soon, and the most sophisticated is pretty advanced zero-click hack. All right, jumping in. So the John Podesta email leak, when John Podesta was hacked by the North Korean hackers. This is the actual email that he received, and this is what resulted in all of his emails being leaked to WikiLeaks. And if you're looking at it, you might notice right away the red flag in the email is there's a reset your password link that links to a bit.ly site. Yeah, okay, I can tell from the laughs, enough said, but yeah, bit.ly is not the site that Google would tell you to reset your password at. John Podesta is a smart guy. He forwarded this email to his IT team, and the IT team responded, this is the actual email the IT team sent back. This is a legitimate email. John needs to change his password immediately. So the IT team said, yes, John, reset your password at that bit.ly link. Well, they actually say reset it at myaccount.google.com, which is the right link, but he just went back to the original email and used the bit.ly link, and then he got hacked, and that was a scandal for many months as WikiLeaks slowly released the emails. So as I was coding a plugin, I was thinking, okay, I want to prevent, get phishing emails in my Gmail inbox, even though Gmail has a really strong spam filter, and Gmail I think is the best email provider for filtering out spam. I was still getting some phishing emails, and so I thought, okay, let me build a plugin that prevents against these types of attacks. This is pseudocode. This is not actually what the code looks like, but I wanted to give you an idea of what it looks like. Okay, there's well-known phishing sites. If the links in the email match any of the known phishing sites, then the plugin would raise a flag saying, like, don't click. This is a well-known phishing site. Pretty simple, nothing crazy. That's how Phishy works. There's going to be more examples of what it does later on. And then due to time, I can't go through all these features that Phishy checks that Gmail doesn't check. But suffice to say, Gmail checks a lot of things on emails. When it filters emails to your spam folder, Phishy checks even more stuff. All right, so we covered the spectrum of sophistication, like least sophisticated, fake password reset link. Let's jump to the middle type. The Sony Pictures hack. This is the actual email that that a Sony executive got that led to, oh my gosh, did I say North Korean hackers before? I hope I said Russian hackers when I was talking about John Podesta. Oh well, okay, first talk. Before those Russian hackers, now we're on to North Korean hackers. North Korean hackers hacked into Sony to retaliate for The Interview, a movie about assassinating Kim Jong-un coming out in theaters. They were really upset by this. They wanted to humiliate Sony. So they started a spear phishing attack, and they sent many, many emails to Sony executives. This is one of them. When an executive clicked the login button, it would link to fancug.com. That's going to come up later. That's a website hosted in South Korea. And if you click the link immediately, it would download malware on your computer. So when a Sony executive indeed clicked this link, it started a command and control relationship between servers in North Korea and the Sony computers, and the hackers were able to wipe the executive's computers and get all of their files. This is another example of a phishing email from that attack. This is a real email. It's a college student applying for an internship with a 4.0 from USC, very enticing. And if you click the resume, it would download malware on your computer. So again, Phishy, how I built this plugin. This is pseudocode again, trying to fit everything onto the slide. Oh, by the way, Phishy is open source. If you go to the website, twophishy.com, you can see the source code. This is where things got a little harder for coding a plugin that's going to check domains, like where they're hosted, whether they're in a top million list, whether they're basically a credible domain. And there's a lot of products on the market that cost money. So if you want to do a who is check on a domain, a lot of those APIs are rate limited, and they're going to charge you if you're making a lot of requests, which my plugin is. And so I needed to find free options. And so the hardest part of building this plugin was actually finding open source libraries so I wouldn't have to pay. And so, yeah, I had to find the Trinka list, which is a free top million site. And I had to find a who is checker that was open source. And I used those in the Phishy source code. All right, that was the middle attack. We have 2 minutes left, so I'm going to rush through the last attack, which is a 0-click. This is the Jeff Bezos hack. This is when the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia met Jeff Bezos at a party. They exchanged phone numbers and started messaging through WhatsApp. The Crown Prince then sent Jeff Bezos a video, and the downloader contained a 0-click attack, which installed malware on Jeff Bezos' computer and sent all of his personal photos to a server hosted in the Middle East. This is not something that Jeff Bezos could have prevented against very easily, because it was the downloader code around the video that contained the malware. And so that's referred to as a 0-click attack. To buy one of those on the dark web or on the black market would cost like around $800,000 or more. So unless someone is going to spend $800,000 to hack you, it is unlikely that you will receive a 0-click attachment, but just warning you. And even if you are, there's still something Jeff Bezos could have done to protect himself. Turn off automatic downloads on WhatsApp and on Facebook Messenger and on all your other messaging apps, so that you're only downloading attachments that you know that you wanted them and that they don't contain malware. All right, that's the most advanced type of attack. And yes, I made it under 10 minutes. This is hard. Stay vigilant. Thank you. And you can install Phishy at twophishy.com. Thank you so much.